that all of these decades later, we are still struggling to house people all around this community. How is that? Partly because there is always an oppressor and an oppression that is facing our communities, Black, brown, indigenous, and I gotta give a shout out to all the sisters of the party, all the brothers too, but definitely the sisters of the party, the First Nations women also, and every individual freedom fighter, wherever you find yourself, you have work to do, and now, once again, is the time that we do that. And I was struggling today about what to say. If you know me, you know I actually do not like doing this because I am an organizer, I am an activist. And when I was running, they used that as a pejorative, right? My opposition used organizer and activist to show that I was not fit for public office. But for any organizers and activists out there who are listening or watching or doing the streaming, you are who we need today. Because you have the courage and the voice to highlight the contradictions of this system, the same that we did through the party, the actions of the party, highlighting the contradictions that have us in these systems today. I just was listening to Michelle Alexander a couple days ago, and thinking about the conditions of our folks and the fact that there are more Black folks incarcerated that were enslaved in America is telling. The reality that more Black people are closer to homelessness than owning a home is telling. And if I can't be out here today and only celebrating what we are lifting up through the legacy of Minister Huey without talking about the reality of what we're living in, because we will dance and sing and watch sports games until our entire existence has been wiped away. And right now I'm not going to try to get too political, although I believe everything is political, but we are experiencing should I say it?
Speak, sister.
We are experiencing the culmination of two, I'm trying not to, how do I say it?
Come on. Say it.
I'll put it like this.
Just say it.
I have not been in office for 2 years, and they are trying to lay every ill of the city at my feet.
That's right. Come on.
Not 2 years, but there have been 2 terms of some ridiculousness that have led to the conditions that we are experiencing today. God, I swear, and I'm trying not to cuss because my mama's watching somewhere, but the reality of the conditions that we are living in is the direct result of the systems of power that we have in place right now. It wasn't me, but I'll be damned if I don't try to fix it. I will carry, they're trying to blame, I will carry it all. I will carry it all, but I need every single one of you all to know that the Black New Deal is meant for West Oakland. It's meant to address the 5,100 homes that were demolished right in this area during a period called urban renewal, or as James Baldwin called it, Negro removal. That demolished with tanks and military precision 51 Black households in West Oakland that if we had them today would be upwards of $3 billion in wealth right here in West Oakland. That was stolen, it was extracted, and I plan on getting it back. And I expect every elected official that was out here or is coming to speak to invest in the Black New Deal from what was taken from West Oakland. I can't even get a street cleaned up right now because the systems are so bad. That is not on me, but I will clean it up. I will do whatever it takes in conjunction with you all, because that is the power of the people. That is what Minister Huey was fighting for. So let's remember to call him Dr. Minister, because he fought for that. He bled for that. Other people worked for that. So when we talk about the legacy, we can't just talk about the busts, because that's beautiful. We need something in place for the next generation to remember what we fought for. But we also have to be fighting today, because it is worse now than when they were fighting then. But one of the worst parts about it is that we've lost track that the system that's in place, a lot of the crime that we see is state sanctioned. And so when we say all violence is state violence, that is the violence that occurs when you don't invest in community. So if folks tell you they want 900 officers, I will tell you that I will do what it takes, and for every dollar we put into policing, I want 4 put into the community. 4. If we want to end crime, we have to end the conditions that create and contribute to it in the first place. So yes, I am a council member. Yes, but I'm also from the voodoo hoodoo people that raised Minister Huey. And we need to call on all the spirits, because there's something in the mud in Monroe. It is something in the mud in Monroe, Louisiana. And we better call on all of the spirits if we want to make it through what we're experiencing right now. We got a little taste of it during the crack epidemic, and they're coming with the same solutions that they came with now, but they never invested in our babies then. So what did we expect now? So, listen, I did not expect to say all this. But I will tell you, it is time to work. It is time to organize. It is time to dig deeper than what you see on the surface. There was a period in America, and I'll end with this. There was a period in America called the Gilded Age. It's when all these new individuals, a handful of individuals, gained so much wealth that it was beyond anything that the world had seen. The world, with a few robber barons. Their income inequality between the rich and the poor was something we haven't seen. It led to the Great Depression after the stock market crashed. We are in a period that far surpasses the Gilded Era in America, meaning the wealth gap between the haves and the have-nots is at a breaking point. What are we going to do to get through that period? Will we pull the courage of the Panther Party and organize our communities, or will we just sit by and let that happen? Because I can't do it by myself. So I need all of West Oakland, all of District 3, and the entire city to scratch through the gilded, scratch through, look deeper than what you're being told in the media, because that is the fourth estate, and it's intended to confuse you.
That's right.
So I need everybody to dig a little deeper, to do your homework. Listen to me, or ask some questions, because I'm in the belly of the beast, and I'll tell you what it is all the time. But we got to do the work. If we're talking about living into the legacy, that's doing the work. That is what they did. That is what they stood for. And I'm not trying to preach at y'all. This is really a plea to say we are all we got. Thank you, CRC, for giving us that. We're all we got. Thank you for this event and everybody who contributed and was here. And let's continue to build for the society and the world and the city that we know we deserve and that our babies deserve tomorrow. I love y'all. All power to the people.
I don't think those claps was loud enough. Let's get that up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. The structural work needs to be done as we plant what has been removed from our soil. We have to replant.